Good day everyone. Today's topic, we will be going to review our Module 1, Data, Information, and Knowledge. Let's start with data. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng data? This is simply unstructured facts or figures na walang context o walang kasamang kahulugan. For example, if we look at these numbers, hindi natin alam kung ano ang ibig sabihin nito. If we start organizing and labeling what the data is for, nilagyan natin ito ng kahulugan or ng context. Therefore, it is now information. So information is data plus context. Now if we start combining the information we have with our experience and intuition about the student grades, we will have the know-how and understanding to tutor the students to improve his grades. So yan ang knowledge. It is the combination of a lot of factors, including experience, intuition, and deeper understanding. So now you know the difference between data, information, and knowledge. Then next, we have also the 4 information environments. I have attached here the videos so you can understand these 4 information environments.
The effectiveness of a company's operations is strongly related to appropriate management and the flow of information between individual departments and employees. Do you know why the level of customer satisfaction, employee effectiveness, or costs differ considerably from the original business plan? How does your company operate? Are all company transactions under control? How much time is wasted on manual work? Is the flow of documents smooth at all times? How much time is spent searching for necessary information? The answers to these questions will help determine the shape of your company and the tools that are needed to streamline processes. Efficient operations within large enterprises are strongly connected with documents and their circulation. Effective documentation management not only brings order to an enterprise, but it also has a positive effect on its market position, as well as relationships with customers and business partners. ECM automates business operations and leads to more efficient work being done by employees. Digitizing documents leads to a smooth and controlled flow of documents between employees, regardless of their location. Text recognition mechanisms ensure quick registration of both documents and data in your company's systems. And thanks to advanced search options, the amount of time it takes to find information will be reduced from hours or minutes to merely seconds. An ECM system that supports the management of documents and processes related to them enables companies to achieve tangible benefits, both in terms of actual costs incurred and the time necessary to carry out vital activities within the company. Comarch ECM facilitates smooth document circulation, keeps the number of errors to a minimum, improves security and control over key data, while also improving the transparency of processes and employee effectiveness, thus strengthening the position of your company on the market. Find out more about the Comarch ECM system on streamlineprocesses.com.
Every one of us files, and we do that all the time. For ourselves, we file our monthly bills, tax invoices, photos, receipts, because of regulatory requirements, in order to keep track of them, to make claims, and for sentimental reasons. For our corporation, we do the same. We file records of value, documents, invoices and contracts because of regulatory requirements, transactional evidence, as well as valuable information and knowledge. These used to be in hard copies, and we had a dedicated department, like the mailroom, to handle this. Times have changed. We've entered the digital age. Letters are replaced by emails. Invoices are now e-invoices. And everything is generated electronically. For example, e-filing, email filing, and so on. Mailrooms no longer function because we have bypassed them. Thus, important documents are left to the recipients to manage and file without the proper tools. This results in deletion of important emails and documents, employees not knowing how to locate the documents, or having no access to files because of organizational change or staff turnover. Documents are not traceable because each person files in his own way and only understands it himself. Non-compliance with regulatory requirements, thus breaching security. We have the solution. Knowledge Repository Information System, CRIS. CRIS will help you capture, share, manage and preserve both the electronic and paper documents for the entire record lifecycle. For example, CRIS gets files organized through a file classification plan and role-based organization chart to ensure relevant people file and access relevant documents and records. Saves important emails and their attachments using a smart mail organizer, an email management solution. Caters for the entire life cycle of the document, from creation to disposal. Complies with standards, easy to use and very safe. In short, CRIS ensures relevance, compliance, security and accessibility. It is trusted and proven by governments and many commercial organizations.
What is a business process management? Business process management is a set of activities that helps the businesses to run more smoothly. These processes figure in all stages of the company's activities from the starting stage to the final sales. The key components involved in business process management are risk management, business process modeling, business process outsourcing, employee motivation, and product inventory. The main advantage of business process management is that it can be remolded as well as modified again according to the needs of the changing business environment. By introducing a business management plan, core processes such as budgeting, capital expenditures, and administrative processes can be perfectly managed. Business process management can be classified in 4 categories. 1. Strategy. Utilizing tools like environmental influence and goal models, problem and opportunities models. 2. Analysis. Using tools like business interaction models, organization and communication models, and process simulation. 3. Design. Workflow and process models, use case and event models. 4. Implementation execution. Creating sequence and operation models, business classes, and system models. The purpose of business process management is to minimize miscommunication and human error, focusing stakeholders on the requirements of their duties. Generally driven by industry rules, business process management incorporates a lot of flowcharting and operational analysis, as well as the more complex offerings in the space, which not only include process design but also simulation tools.
Do you have a website? Do you want to have a website but not sure how to add stuff to it? Do you know that there are applications that can turn you into a website guru? These applications are called Web Content Management Systems, or WCM for short. There are hundreds of web content management applications, but it's important to pick the right solution for your needs. This is web content management made simple. Typically, websites are set up on web servers by people who are familiar with coding languages like HTML, PHP, ColdFusion, or .NET. You can leverage people with this technical skill set to get your website up and running. People can now come to your website, learn about what you do, interact, and maybe even purchase a product or two. But the information that they're consuming is quickly becoming out of date. But what can you do? Meet Tom. Tom is the marketing guru at his company. He knows all the ins and outs of marketing, but he really isn't that technical. Tom needs to fix a typo on his website. He could call or email his web guy, but he usually doesn't pick up the phone and tends to be busy doing other web stuff. Making a small spelling fix isn't at the top of his priority list, and it doesn't really pay his bills. If Tom had a web content management system, he could make the fix himself. Tom could open a browser, log into his site, browse to the page that has the typo, edit it, and publish it back to the site. Tom doesn't know HTML, but that's okay because his CMS includes a what you see is what you get or WYSIWYG editor. A WYSIWYG editor makes editing a web page as easy as creating a Word document or writing an email. Tom can even add photos and links to the page as well. Now that Tom's website is updated, his visitors are happy, but more importantly, Tom is happy. Web content management systems come in two different flavors, online and offline. Offline systems require you to make changes to your static pages on your local machine and then FTP those files to your server. This requires some technical knowledge, it isn't scalable, and it really chains you down. An online CMS, like the one that Tom wants, is completely browser-based and managed by a database that stores and displays information on your site. An online CMS lets anyone, from anywhere, at any time, make changes to their website. A CMS typically can do more than just help you manage your web content. Some have advanced management functionality like permissions, workflows, and approval chains. What is web content anyway? There are some that do more than just managing HTML content on your site. There are some that let you manage and create digital assets, documents, and even build pages quickly and easily right on the web. Some also have out-of-the-box functionality to power and execute comprehensive and complete digital marketing strategies like SEO tools, Web 2.0 functionality, social networking, and e-commerce. Are you a developer? It's important that you pick a CMS with an open API to easily extend and customize your website. What do you want your website to do? Odds are there's a CMS out there that can do everything you want to do on the web and more with just one application. Making sure your CMS can do everything with just one application instead of 20 different modules will make sure that your site is up quicker and much easier to maintain. Since Tom was able to fix that typo on his website pretty easily, he wants to announce the sale of his new product. Since Tom's CMS has page building feature built in, he can now create new pages by simply dragging and dropping page elements onto his page, like multimedia, 5-star ratings, a message board, and even a form. Site visitors can now interact on Tom's site, and Tom didn't even need to know a line of code. There are hundreds of WCM systems out there to pick from, and choosing the right one is crucial. A WCM can be provided as a software as a service, open source, or as a standalone application. If you don't have much money up front, an open source can work, but you'll pay the price down the road when you need support or help upgrading your site. Picking an enterprise or mid-market CMS from a reputable vendor is well worth the investment. CMS vendors have engineers working around the clock providing high-quality product, and some provide phone support to help you with your site. Purchasing a CMS is like purchasing a car. You want to make sure that you get all the bells and whistles you want, but still keep it at a price you can afford. Let's recap. Web content management systems let non-technical people, like Tom, create and manage content and pages for their website. Some let you make changes from anywhere at any time. And some have everything you want to do on your website with just one application. There are tons of WCM products available, and choosing the right one for your needs is crucial. Answering the question, what do you want your website to do, is a good start.